Greetings to you and welcome as we BOMAC talk reputation management. We are talking about it. We are discussing industry-specific information relevant to the conversations being held for owners, managers, and administrators who are attempting to build, rebuild, or protect their business brand. We're not tailgating today. This is the first BOMAC Talk 2019 a la carte. Whoop whoop! We'll be asking some thought-provoking questions and we invite you to join the conversation. You can post your comments and questions with BOMAC Talk on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and or LinkedIn. We will acknowledge the ones we find. I'm Tanisha Bocali, Managing Partner of Urbanetectonics LLC, doing business as the BOMAC Companies. I'm your humble host for these BOMAC Talk 2019 sessions. This is all brought to you based on our commitment to build a database of media that educates potential clients, owners, managers, and administrators on efficient and effective management systems and tools. Client interest made it apparent that future clients, owners, managers, and administrators could benefit from having a support group, open discussion, and resources dedicated to pre-planning and implementing quality management solutions. We would like to thank our sponsor, Urbanetectonics LLC, fitting the bill for the event, activity, and person and division financially. We continue to invite owners, managers, and administrators to take our 10 Core Challenge, which tests their knowledge of management systems in all 10 key areas in our service offering. You can take the challenge by going to our YouTube page or website. Scroll to the resource link that says 10 Core. Click on the links and the challenge will open. Of all the management areas and intangible assets within our firm's portfolio, reputation management is by far the most challenging, requires the most work, and is one of the most important aspects in maintaining our business. There's this constant balancing between how the firm is perceived by clients, team members, advisory board, colleagues, community, etc., and the truth about our firm's performance, capabilities, intent, practices, policies, procedures, systems, etc. Over the decade and a half we've been in business, we have learned from lessons of brand mismanagement. We have found some methods and means are a better solution than others. Power of next management practices, service matching the situation or problem with the best set of answers that solve them. So let's run down a quick list of reputation management problems and we will share with you how we handled each challenge. Challenge number 1, dealing with a new location, relocation, or a sudden move. We learned in 2007 when we took our line of business on the road to adapt to regional differences and our approach to attracting our target market. Owners, you must do market research quantitatively and qualitatively in the new region. It is tedious, but it helps. For example, we were talking to a dealer and they were having trouble with sales. The individual indicated that it was because of the new shiny facility that they had built. People in the region automatically thought, because of the style of the facility, that they are city slickers trying to rip them off. All the new furniture, technology, and beautiful glass views were awesome to me, but it was impacting the client trust factor and the reputation that the business had previously built. Who knew? I'm sure this discovery was made by someone local who knew these types of community attitudes. These types of things, when ignored, can be a factor in failure, so take the time to do your local market research. Ask lots of questions. Challenge number 2, misplaced perspective, identity, or image. In 2007, 2012, and 2018, and probably coming up in 2024, these are the different periods to which we had to shift in identity as a business. The shift may have happened because of change in the way we do business, regulations, the industry, location, and or service offering. Some of those changes were gradual with growth and some were abrupt with necessity. In either case, brand management and recognition should be part of your marketing and sales strategy. Your front line these days is online and extends to paper products, uniforms, promotional items, vendor tables, signage, and other promotional items, and facility style. As an owner, you control what people see, the message, and consistency. You lead in its perspective, story, and voice within the community. These dynamics can be tested, challenged, and revised as you know more and get more feedback. When the perspective of your business is misplaced, there is usually a reason, an assumption, or a norm that you have rubbed against that is causing this. Once you find out whatever the problem is, you can address it with viable solutions. Challenge number 3 is when you're accused of some wrongdoing. We have had the experience of that in leadership. Gratefully, wrongfully so, in 1992, in 2002, and in 2008, as I remember. But when it happens, be as transparent as deemed possible. Prepare, prepare for the worst case scenario and put in tried practices ahead of time. Put a process into place, practice it, and delegate it to others in responsibility. Have good documentation and oversight. Get feedback from the group, stakeholders, and team members. A reputation is well served with good policy and communication. The proof is in the pudding. There has to be more than good intentions. We have done this and we put it to the test. We have often come out favorably and on the positive side of things. Challenge number 4, damaging rumors. We learned the hard way that rumors do not have to be true to be damaging. The loudness of an inaccurate piece of gossip spreads like wildfire. Whether it's in-house or a public challenge, don't forget that it's up to you to have a strategic plan to put out the flame. Don't cower away to a bully. Inform the conversation with facts, truth, and a demonstration of good work. Challenge number 5, divorce, partnership dissolution, or a takeover. Personal relationships don't always work out, partnerships don't always continue, and company structures change. When managing this type of change, reputation is very much a part of the strategic transitional plan. Whether in marriage, partnerships, or management, there will be misconceptions about what is happening, what to expect, and where do we go from here. Now is always the time to be clear about answering whatever questions that may be lingering. Putting into place graphics, images, and a plan so everyone can see, review, and are a part of the change is always good for company culture and employee morale. There are many colleagues in my network who have made transitions as an owner to one company to another. Some of their partnerships lasted 6 months, some of them lasted several years. One thing I found to be consistent is that they continued and didn't give up. They were not bitter about their experience, but they learned from each and moved on. Once they caught the ownership bug, they continued to find new opportunities for ownership at other businesses. 6th challenge, slander, libel, or defamation of character. Seek legal support. I'll firstly say. We read about a photographer who had a dispute with the client. The client had a complaint and instead of seeking legal support, decided to go on an online rampage. The client posted innuendos, spread her complaint by word of mouth, and went through great depth to damage the photographer's reputation. The photographer in turn sought legal support and could prove that she lost business, clients, and had suffered damage to her character and reputation due to the client's action. Taking it a step further, she could prove by her contract, process, and practices that the photographer was in fact innocent of the client's charge. The client now owes the photographer close to $1 million in damages for their activity. In this day of social media and keeping it real, it is easy to use our influence and platform as a whipping post for those who dare to cross us. Don't do it maliciously. Post a review on the appropriate platforms to offer constructive feedback. Challenge number 7, racial, sexual harassment, and discrimination. Seek legal support. Seek legal support. Have a conversation. Document the incident. Take the appropriate actions applicable to the situation and/or organization. And of course, as I indicated previously, seek legal support. Challenge number 8, competitors, hostile attempts to discredit, harass, or pose a threat. This is also an instance where you should seek legal support. When owners, managers, or administrators, instead of promoting a better product, service, or initiative, attack their competitors with hostile attempts to discredit, harassing activities, and engage in practices that pose a threat to your well-being, this is not professional behavior and should be addressed as such. There was an individual who received calls on behalf of an owner and in transition would offer comments to the clients that were unfavorable. The individual would say inaccurate things based on their hostility towards the owner. When the client finally met with the owner, the client was, unbeknownst to the owner, short, bothered, and in some cases enraged. The owner had not a clue that the culprit to this activity was right in their office support. There was another instance in a networking session where an individual was telling attendees not to associate with an invited guest, not to give them a card, or if they did, they would be blackballed. These types of activities happen, but it's not professional and ethical behavior and should be addressed as such. Well, that completes our list of the top 8 reputation management challenges. There are many more challenges, factors, and aspects of reputation management that we could discuss. Can reputation be measured and managed? Yes, it can, and we have offered just a few ways we have used to strategically manage our business reputation and brand recognition. We agree that performance, behavior, and communication are important factors in building a strong foundation of reputational capital. If needed, seek a reputation management professional and/or legal support to solidify your business solution in this area. Thank you for lending your ear to us for this session on reputation management. We BOMAC talk about it. Send someone else the link to this session and help us grow our listeners. If you have questions or comments about this content, self-schedule an appointment at our website. We appreciate your support and would love to continue the conversation.